Thoughts of today. I don't know why I put a stupid voice on. Yeah, I've been in Savannkhet many times. Been down here many times. I don't know if this is the same people or someone has taken it on, but they didn't have these teepee bamboo structures before. They're so clever, like. Cute. They didn't have them here last time I was here. These ones have just been split. The ones, they're like, the split ones I think are like a little bit structural, but a little bit decorative. Cool or what? I like that. And how easy. Bamboo furniture. Didn't have that last time either. All that. They're obviously bamboo people. They also got like the straw bale seating as well. So it's like eco-friendly. Like it. I like it a lot. Because eco is definitely the way to go. Eco-tourism. 5 years time, folks. 5 years time, I'm telling you now. By 2030, you're going to have very deep pockets or a very big credit card limit. Because so many people live off credit cards. I'm guilty of it myself. But yeah, by 2030, everything's going to be carbon linked. Everything around the world. Yeah, whether or not the BRICS nations and other nations sign up to it, but the West, America, Australia, Europe, probably most other countries will carbon link taxation and everything you do. So holidays, long distance holidays, I reckon by 2030, 2035, quadruple what they are now. So if your average flight says, say £1,000, I reckon by 2030, 2035, your average cost of your flight is going to be about 5k, I reckon. Let's see if I'm still alive in 2030, 2035. We'll come back to this one, shall we? I'll post this one titled For the Future Me. But anyway, the point being, excuse the beverage, it's eco-tourism. That's the key. Keep the carbon footprint down, because even your holiday and where it is will eventually come under your carbon footprint, unless somehow, somewhere you're able to keep it off the system and pay cash, basically, which you can still do right now. But modernisation, I made a video earlier. See, even in Laos, look, you can't stop modernisation. I've been in Laos, or coming to Laos, on and off for a very long time. But when I was here years and years ago, ordinarily it was to do a border run, so I'd never stayed. But these last 2 years, I've stayed a lot in Laos. I wouldn't say 50-50 between Thailand and Laos, but a good 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a good 8 months in Laos, and a vast majority of it here in Savannkhet. And they never had Cafe Amazon. So it's supposedly and look, this sort of car as well, this BMW, it's not anything overly special, but I would still like one, you know. It's that sort of vehicle in this country, you've got to add on 40-50% taxation, so like import tax. So that sort of vehicle is, if it's say 50k in the UK or America, you know, $50,000, you're talking like near $90,000 here in Laos, in Southeast Asia. So yeah, even Cafe Amazon are now popping up. So, you know, the corporate world, you know, it does spread. 7-Eleven is now coming into Laos, which is great, because it's a franchise, so it gives lots of people lots of opportunity. But unfortunately, what happens here in Laos, and I've been told this by so many people, in fact everybody, well, I say everybody, not everybody, because some of people just in shops and such like, but people have got to take the time to get to know and have a conversation with. In Laos, you can only access like loans. Everyone can access, I believe, banking service. That's not the issue. The point is getting loans. Pretty much, unless you work for the government in some shape or form, so like a civil servant, teacher, policeman, fireman, those civil servants probably within hospitals as well, that will come under it, because they obviously don't have like separate NHS, so that will still all be government workers. Unless you work for the government, basically it's virtually impossible, unless you've got lots and lots of money already, to get loans from the bank. So if you've already got the capital, so you've got property, or already got some money in the bank, or got like an established business already, that you can show on record. That's not unusual by any means. In England and probably most other countries do exactly the same. But the normal worker, like a normal 7-Eleven worker, would also be able to access a bank loan. But here, that wouldn't be the case. So the same would unfortunately be with whoever comes to work at this 7-Eleven. This 7-Eleven Coffee Amazon. It's brand spanking new. It wasn't here 6 months ago, so it's definitely like less than 6 months old, right? And it's the manager and all the workers within there could work there from its opening now until for 5 years, yeah. And so in the West, I think you have to have like a work record of, I think, is it 6 months or 12 months, maybe more now, maybe even 2 or 3 years, possibly now things have changed. You eventually, though, the point being, you'd be able to, on your work record and your income coming in each month of the hours that you work every month, averagely over the course of the year, they know how much you earn, they know how much is going in. Ordinarily in the West, you'd be able to then access loans based on that information. But here in Laos, apparently that's not the case. It's only government workers. Or, like I say, if you've already got a successful business with a certain amount of revenue and income, then apparently you can still access it that way as well. So that's no difference. But yeah, your normal workers who've built up maybe a little bit of saving, at your Coffee Amazon, these new 7-Elevens, it's times are changing. So basically, I suggest that probably what will more than likely happen is now the likes of these big companies, these is it multi-international? I don't know if, well, yes, definitely with Amazon, Coffee Amazon, they're multinational. 7-Eleven, I've never been to America, I've only ever seen in the Southeast Asia, so I don't honestly know. Anyway, it's just, the change in times. Obviously, 7-Eleven, Cafe Amazon, like I've just said, they're newly introduced within Laos, within the last year. So there's change, is what I'm saying. There's change happening right now in Laos. I'm not a government person. I'm not into politics. I know little to nothing about Laos, government and policies and all that. The only thing that I know, and like most people watching, will be that it's a communist country. But I don't even see how that makes any difference at all. Everybody is a communist country, even the likes of Russia, Korea, and other communist countries. People still, you're not restricted like your day-to-day living. People are walking around, exercising, walking. I really. Yes, there's obviously governments and policies and rules and police and military and all the rest of it. But on a day-to-day, unless there's a coup going on or some sort of pushback with wars, and Southeast Asia is safe as houses, and I'm absolutely thankful that I'm able to be here right now, because what's going on in the West, Jesus, man, I think I'd be shaking in my boots if I was back in the UK. I mean, it literally feels like you're on a precipice, and it has done for a good 2 years, 3 years. It felt like you're on a precipice of, absolute anarchy and chaos and World War III. Obviously, the latter being the worst. And it just feels like inches away from it. out here I don't feel that there's no, I mean, it might be that I haven't watched any Western media for a very, very, very long time, although I do see snippets because other news sources that I watch do, which are related to where I am, do sometimes mention other things. So yeah, you can't avoid it, even when the places you go for your normal day-to-day, you know, news do occasionally pop it in. So yeah, or get forced upon them by chat in their lives and things like that. But anyway, I'm waffling. You know, Laos is not a scary. It's no different. Honestly, the difference between Thailand and Laos, apart from the money, and you know, the language a little. See, I've said this in so many videos before, so you'd have to forgive me. But the language, especially with Isan, Thailand, rather than like Bangkok, Thailand, yeah, that's different. That's for the noob, yeah, that's the Bangkok Thai, yeah, or the Kratman Ka. If you the further you get away from any touristy, be careful, because obviously people, it's a respect thing basically, and I don't say that in as much as Isan people and Lao people disrespectful, but Isan people that will go to Bangkok, maybe on business, and they will use the polite terminal cat or clat, depending on the male or female. Whereas when they maybe in Isan, at home maybe, that can get dropped a lot, unless they're maybe talking to it, like I say, someone in a formal setting, in which case it might come back in a little bit. But day to day, no, it's not. The Isan and Lao language, though, same but different. No sunset tonight. It's nice and cool for people that coming down here doing their exercise, and my knee is absolutely killing me. My whole left side of my body seems to be absolutely, completely and utterly destroyed. Knee, shoulder, back is central, so I can't really mention that one, but yeah. Oh my word. It's nice to be back in Savannkhet. This is actually, I think I said it in the beginning of the video, maybe not. This is actually the coldest, most cloud that I've ever seen in Savannkhet, ever. When I was here for 4 months last year, and for those people who may or may not comment, you can't be in Laos, you can only get 30 days and 3 extensions. No, I got 4, okay? Laos does not care about their rules, their own rules. If you want an extension, Laos will give you an extension. If you want to pay for an extension, Laos will give you an extension. Thailand harp on about they want you to stay, but actually, Laos is so much easier. There's no pushback. If you want to pay for a renewal, an extension, pay for it. They'll fill it in, take your passport, give it back in a day or two, depending on if it's the weekend or near the weekend or whatever, holidays and all that. They actually rush them if they've got only like a 3-day holiday, like a bank holiday as we call it in the UK. They can actually do it. But I was maybe a rare exception. They say they can't do it the same day. They can. I literally, there was some holiday of some sort on the Monday. I dropped it into them. I knew that was a holiday. I dropped them to them on the Friday, knowing full well that it wouldn't be until, or at least I was assuming it would be until at least the Tuesday, so after the holiday. And by the time I walked back to the hotel, they'd phoned the hotel, or a guest house rather, phoned the guest house and spoke to the owner, and basically, because the owner's, obviously she takes people to the immigration office all the time, they know her. She's a very well respected lady, so they just called her and I said, look, Mr. Green, send him back. Yeah, just send him back. So by the time I walked the, what, I don't know, kilometre, whatever it is, by the time I returned back to the guest house, and it was then a rush, because they were then like closing fairly soon, so I had to run back there or get a taxi, I can't remember now. But yeah, it was the same day. It was within literally within a couple of hours, max. Not even that. Like I say, it didn't take me. It was only a kilometre. So if I stopped and had a drink or something. But anyway, it can be done same day. Just one of those things. Horses, courses. I was doing an extension, so. But I did say at the same time I was perhaps wanting to leave. That might have speeded up. But obviously leaving for another Laos city, so it's like, oh yeah, we'll help you, carry on your journey in Laos. No problem, you're still spending it in Laos, aren't you? So of course we'll rush you through if you want to leave tomorrow to go to Phuket from Savannkhet. Yeah, of course we'll help you facilitate that. We'll get you on your way. As it turned out, I didn't actually leave. I think I stayed for an extra couple of weeks and then did the Phuket loop. Maybe only a week actually. Yeah, there we go. No sunset tonight. Not many people, because obviously with the cloud it's very chilly. Well, not very chilly. It's chilly enough for me to go back to my hotel and put on a sweatshirt instead of a t-shirt. So especially probably about, I'd say about 17 degrees. Yeah, beautiful, huh?